What did you see in the Bills that makes you think, you've seen championship teams before. Do you see one from that one in front of you, Al? What do you think?
I think they have a chance. And to me, going into the game, and Chris and I, we were talking about it, all week long going into it, and felt, the whole thing would be, could the Bills' defense take care of the Ravens' offense? I'll say. You held them to 3 points, no touchdowns. Leslie Frazier, the defensive coordinator of the Bills, what a plan he came up with. And that won the game for them. And clearly, when it was 10-3, and then you get the interception by Johnson and the 101-yard run back. One of the great things I think about sports, Rich, is that you never know who's going to be the big star, the big hero, come up with the unexpected moment. I mean, up until that point, the greatest and most dramatic interception I ever called was Malcolm Butler in the Super Bowl against Seattle. And you wouldn't have thought of Malcolm Butler as the guy who would be the big hero in that game. He was the fifth or sixth defensive back. And in this particular game, who's going to be a big star? Who's going to make the interception at the end of, not at the end of the game, but the game-turning interception? Tre'Davious White? Would it be Jordan Poyer? Would it be Levi Wallace? Would it be Micah Hyde? You would think maybe Tremaine Edmonds. One of those guys would be the guy. But no, out of nowhere comes Taron Johnson to be the big star. Heck of a play, unbelievable interception. And then just, I guess, looking at it on the replay for maybe a split second, he's thinking about going down in the end zone. He's in the end zone. Do you want to come out with it and take a chance? And then that only took about a quarter of a second, and off he went, and nobody was going to catch him.
Well, and the next day on game day morning when I was doing the highlight, we were all getting on Kurt because you called the James Harrison interception as well. In your last game you called with Madden in that Super Bowl. I mean, you've called some long ones.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, the Butler pick, that was it, and he went down immediately, and they ran the game out from the 1 or 2 yard line. The Harrison play may be the most amazing play ever, because when you think about it, it's the end of a long drive for the Cardinals. So the defense has to be a little gassed at that point. And then Kurt throws the pass, and then Harrison picks it off and goes 100 yards right down the sideline. And, of course, the classic shot of Larry Fitzgerald trying to weave his way through the bench.
Right.
Some of his guys are getting in the way. But what people forget about that play, not only 100 yards for the touchdown, and instead of Arizona having the lead, now Pittsburgh's got a 2-possession lead, but he barely gets into the end zone. And as you recall, Rich, if he doesn't, the clock has expired. They can't even kick a field goal. So that, to me, people say, what's the most iconic single play you've seen? That might be it. And then the Santonio Holmes catch, which came, at the end of the game, might be the second most. I mean, we've talked about that 2008 Super Bowl, and to me, that's the classic of classics.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.